Good afternoon and welcome back to Living on a UK State Pension. My name's Tanya, 68 years old, and for the next 10 weeks I'm going to be living on my UK State Pension and saving my civil service pension. This is an introduction to a cooking video I did the other evening, and yeah, I was very tired. Lots of things went wrong. I was switching the camera on when it should have been off, but I've managed to piece together enough to show you that I cooked leek and potato soup. I did a pizza base made out of crushed potatoes ready for pizza. That's tagged on to the end. And I also made a potato base quiche, and they were all using potatoes out of the garden, the last lot of potatoes. I'm done now with potatoes. I've got another week to go before I get my state pension, so I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on because I've got 66 pence, £10 in my drawer that I do not want to break into, but I have got some tinned potatoes in the cupboard in the pantry. I've got rice and pasta, so yeah, I'll find a way of getting through the next 7 days. But I just wanted to apologise for the quality of the film that I've put up. There were mistakes made. I didn't move the camera in the right position, etc, etc. And I'm sorry, but I have to say, in all honesty, I hit a brick wall after Tuesday. Tuesday morning I did my circuit training and apologise. And I came home and I'd been doing washing in between, in and out. I changed beds and everything. I think I did too much that day, including the cooking that I did that evening. Wednesday morning I hit a brick wall. I was really hoping to get the video up on Thursday at the latest, but I could not move on Wednesday. I was so tired. So tired. I'm feeling a lot better now, I have to say. I just overdid it. So today I was hoping to paint the shed, but I'm not. I'm taking it easy today. I've got kettlebell in the morning. We've got good weather tomorrow. So I'm hoping when I get home I'll get washed and changed. I've got my lunch ready for tomorrow already. I've got soup there, I've got quiche there, I've got lots of things I can have. So I haven't got to think about it, and I can get on, paint the shed, paint the fence, and then I can start lining my pallet collars ready for when I get manure. Tell you about the manure on Monday. But here comes the cooking video. Be patient. Thank you. Right, these are the potatoes I picked. I'll insert the clip of me emptying out the bags. And these ones that were grown in the grass cuttings have all got grooves in them. So I took a photograph and I Googled it through the Google lens, and it says insufficient watering at times. So that's where the skins have split, and yeah, so down to me, but fully edible. They've been washed and they'll do me a couple of weeks, and they're going now to be boiled. And I'm going to be making leek and potato soup. I'm going to make chicken and leek and maybe something else. Right, this is the one grown in grass cuttings. You see the grass? Apart from being a bit knobbly, they're fine. Oh, Bertie. Keep them sautéing down until the kettle boils. I've just added the last bit of this. I don't think it's going to be enough, so I'm probably going to have to add a chicken stock cube, but I shall wait and taste it shortly. Let's get that back up to boil. Put the lid on. It is going to need another stock cube. And pepper. Get the lid on. Not so lovely pepper. Right, switch that right. All a leek out of them. I'm going to sauté down to go into my quiche. And the last leek will be put in the bottom of the fridge for the time being. It doesn't look like I'm going to use it in time, which I probably won't. I shall probably just chop it up and freeze it till I get a chance to do my chicken and leek pie next week. A spoon of those into the soup. There we are. These nice and soft. Pepper, soften right down. It smells beautiful, I have to say. Pepper, let's have a taste. Till it's blitzed, I won't really know. I put the potatoes that I didn't use on my pizza base and my quiche base in the soup because there wasn't enough to be bothered about. Just looking for a slotted spoon. Probably overfilled this. I may have to tip some of it into a different jug. It's very green. It's very green. That in there, it's hot. going to use some milk in here. It's good. What's that? Stir. Have a taste. Mix in some leek still, but the majority of it has been blitzed, which is nice. Have a taste. Lovely. Needs a tad more pepper. That is good. That will do me lunch times. Right, I've got 3 eggs left. 1 left in there for my sponge that I'm going to be making. 2 eggs there, so that's 3. And this will go in my oven to crisp up. I'm going to put my oven on shortly to do the quiche, to do the sponge, and to do my pizza for tomorrow. Do you know what? I won't be buying little white eggs ever again. I've had them boiled, they don't peel. When you break them, lots of the shell shatters into tiny little pieces. It is a pain. So this is half a leek, not the small leek. As I said, it's only half a leek, and then I did put some of it into the soup because it was going to be too much. So I've actually got 1.5 leeks washed over there. Show you in a second. Ready to chop and put in the freezer so that I can make chicken and leek pie next week, hopefully. Yes, I haven't bothered washing it. It's got the remains of the soup in it, but do you know what? It doesn't matter. So all I'm going to do is put a piece of cheese, because this is so crumbly. Put a piece of cheese in there to blitz up. I've got 2 slices of the mozzarella cheese left. The rest is in the freezer, and that will go on my pizza tomorrow. I've got some topping out ready. So I shall just blitz this. There we are. Had a piece of tomato. That will do. So I'll serve it with tomatoes tomorrow. Switch the oven on, and then I can start the sponge off. This normally takes 90 mils of water, but I've literally just squeezed this, and look how much has come out. So I'm not going to add 90 mils. I'm going to see how this batter comes out without me adding anything for a moment. But I will add the egg. Oh, see what I mean? hate these eggs. So thin. The shells are so thin on them. Right. On 5 minutes. I'm going to add 25 ml of water. The apple. And I've actually got some cranberries in the fridge that I soaked overnight. I'll squeeze them out though because I don't want them too wet in the mixture. I'm trying to use everything up. I'm getting to the end of stuff. I'll have a little bit more money next month because I won't be buying a £17 bottle of gin. Thank goodness. £17. But I may buy another half bottle. Won't be buying a full bottle. See what I can get as cheap as possible. So this is apple, cranberry, cinnamon. Looks like a good consistency. Let's hope I can get 14 slices out of it, which will do me past my next pension date. There we are. Ready to go in the oven. I'll be washing up and then I'm going to strip my chicken and make myself my chicken and leek soup. Sit down, have something to eat, but I need to clean up. Right, the 2 pieces of chicken, I'm going to choose the smallest one. All I'm doing is breaking that off. I'm going to chop that up. There's going to be quite chickeny. There's quite a lot of chicken here, but it's my main meal for today. I had 2 boiled eggs lunchtime on crisp bread, and I had a piece of toast before I left to go to Colchester with some Marmite on. Put a ladle of soup, and that can be heated in the microwave while the rest of my food is in the oven. I'll check on that in a moment. So the pizza base may be done. There we are. Alright, I can go in the microwave in a second. This can go in there. Could actually do with being a bit thinner, but I'm keeping it thick for the time being because of storage. I can always add a bit of water when I take a portion out. There we are. Another pot to clean. Right, the pizza base is out. That'll be nice and it's nice and crispy, ready for tomorrow. I can actually turn that over, ready. Just got this out. Just wait for it to cool down. Looks good. And I've chopped all the rest of the leeks up so I can make plenty more soup next week, or chicken and leek pie. Rest of the soup is boxed up. I've got to get the cake out, but that's not ready, nowhere near ready yet. Just about to make my pizza. I'm making it for my lunch because I've just come back from apologise. Today is Thursday. I'm all over the place. I was so poorly yesterday, as in fatigued. I couldn't lift my head off the pillow for a good couple of hours. Honestly, it hit me like a brick wall, hence no video yesterday. I felt it coming on the Tuesday, and yeah, I just rested. So this is some bits and pieces to go on my pizza. It's going to be vegetable pizza, and it's the one you saw previously, crisped in the oven. This side is crispy, this side isn't, so I'm going to put that side down in my air fryer. I should remove this greaseproof paper. It's just crushed potatoes out of my garden. And this is just some of the topping I made. I put it into the ice cube tray. It's very rich. It's roasted tomatoes, peppers, onion, I believe, and celery. Try and spread it to the edge. As much as possible. There we are. Sit in the grooves. Provide lots of flavour. Now, what next? All these are sugar snap peas, been sliced very thinly. On my mandolin, along with the peppers. That is not even a quarter pepper, but when it's sliced on the mandolin, it looks a great deal. Spread that round. Right to the edge. On next is some sun-dried tomato. Get a mouthful here and there of the rich sun-dried tomatoes. Oops. We are. Just going to slice the olives. And I've got some of my red sweet pickled onions out. I've got a new jar out. This is what was left in another jar. Put those on the top. And that's what I call a pizza. Every mouthful's got lots of flavour to it. Lots of lovely fresh veg. I've only got one piece of mozzarella left in the house. The rest is frozen. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to break it up and I will put some cheddar with it. we are. Now, just for a bit of cheddar. Right, as I've said before, this cheese is so crumbly, I'm just literally going to do it between my fingers. The reason I'm going to remove the greaseproof paper is so that it gets a little bit crispy on the bottom. It is firm enough, I would say, for me to be able to get a spatula underneath to lift it out. I normally make a sling when I'm putting pizza in my air fryer, but I sincerely believe that this is going to be okay. So I'll leave it like that for now. Right. An air fryer. Just going to slide off. Here we are. A little bit of pepper on the top, I think. There we are, 185 for 15 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on it. If I have to turn it down so the cheese cooks a bit slower, I will. By the way, the slow gin, the making of the slow gin will be up Monday on after a shopping video. Not that there's much to the shopping, because it's the last week before my new pension kicks in. The next 4-week pension kicks in, because we'll be week 9 next week into single figures. There we are. I'll give it another shake later, tea time, and then Sunday it will have its last shake and go into a dark cupboard for as long as possible before I decant it into bottles for Christmas. Right, I've just turned it down because it's just starting to brown the cheese. So I want it to heat right the way through. So I've turned it down to 160 for the last 10 minutes. Right, for the very last minute, I've turned it up to 205 just to crisp the top up. It was really easy to come out of the air fryer, just spatula underneath. This whole base is held together, lovely, and it's just got the right amount of crispiness on it. Just been out in the garden and collected these raspberries. Few and far between at the moment. We've had such horrendous weather. I'm surprised there's any on there with the wind, gale force winds we've had. But I'm going to sit down and enjoy this lunch now. And I'll see you again very soon.